Congratulations. Yes, my name is Randy O, and that's Randy with an I, because clearly I'm not a guy. Okay, and yes, where am I from? You can't tell from this accent. It ain't Georgia, okay? No shade, I love Georgia. But I'm from Dallas, Texas. Go Cowboys! And if you got anything less to say, just keep it cuter on mute. But yes, I'm from the wonderful city of Dallas, the amazing state of Texas. And okay, you're like, okay, well, you're from Dallas. Oh, Dallas is so great. Why are you in Atlanta? I'm glad you asked. So Atlanta, it's just a lot of black excellence here, right? A lot of black people doing dope things. And so being in Dallas, as much as I love me some Dallas, Texas, y'all, listen, it's still very white, and it wasn't very diverse in that area as far as like television, radio, film. It was more of the others, right? So I was like, you know what? Let me do this. Why don't I move my brown self down here to Atlanta, learn the tips and tricks, and maybe go back to Dallas and show them what I learned. But that's of a discussion. But ultimately, I came here to really just accomplish my dreams, y'all. Like I'm literally talking about quit my job, working for a mortgage company, helping people like not lose their homes. That was my job before. And I was like, I got a whole degree out here, okay? I got a bachelor's in broadcasting. I have a master's in PR. Like, I can't be in this cubicle. I'm too big for this cubicle. No shade to the cubicle sitters, just, not for me. So, yeah, I quit my job. My mom was like, what the hell are you doing? Like, I'm like, Mama, didn't you say they have the face of a mustard seed, girl? So that's what I'm doing. And so, yeah, it worked out. All right. What inspired? No, share my humble beginnings. Well, my mentor, Mr. Daniel Dickey, would always say, like, as black people, we need to eliminate the word humble. Because when you look it up, excuse me, it's pronounced humble, the H is silent. When you look it up, it's defined as having a low self evaluation of yourself, thinking lowly of yourself. And I could never think about myself this way, right? And pretty much, he tells us that our oppressors taught us to feel humble and, oh, don't say too much. No, be loud and proud. So, my beginnings before I became so extra fabulous, because I mean, I've always been fabulous, but, I would just say for me, it's just like really my humble beginnings came when I came to Atlanta. Okay, because listen, Atlanta ain't no, okay, you got to come with it, right? And so just kind of learning about how the industry was and maybe dealing with like working 10, 11 jobs. Here I am trying to be like a karaoke girl. Then I'm also trying to be like a DJ, like just the freaking grind nonstop. Like, and hell, what did mama say? They have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, right? It was rough. Now, I will say when I first came here, coming from mortgage, I did have a savings, but listen, after 6 months, it was rough. So just kind of learn how to be more dependent all over again as a woman who's over 30, and that's all you're gonna know. I was just kind of like, oh my God, I should have been doing this shit when I was like 22. Here I am, like this age, doing this. So just having to kind of like start over. I don't really want to say a struggle because it wasn't always a struggle because I have a very strong faith, but yeah, all of that crap, like working all these jobs, working as assistants, working under people, when you knew you had the talent, but you had to say, okay, Lord, it ain't my time, it ain't my time. Having to be of service or to be like a servant for others. And on one end, I didn't have a problem with that because y'all been taught you're supposed to be a servant of God, do for others, it shows your heart. But then you got these people that's like looking down on you, like you're just to help. So just having to realize, like, what, your moment is coming. Don't let these people's, personalities and energies take away from what God has for you. So, look, starting from the bottom, even another humble beginning, like being on the street team, like going to the events with the radio personalities and making the table. Come spin the wheel, guys. Knowing I want to spin the damn mic, but that wasn't my job. To now, it's my job, and I'm on the radio. So that was exciting. So what inspired you to be the media personality? Well, I think it just kind of like garnered into that. So as a child, my first job, I wanted to be a actress. I was a thespian at heart. But then I also loved to like get information. My mama called me nosy, but my granny was like, no, she's inquisitive. Rest in peace, Granny. You a real one. Anyway, but I always wanted to know people's, information. Then I wanted to share with other people, like, oh, in a good way. Oh, did you know such and such had this and she was doing this and yeah, she got it. Like I've always been that kind of person. So when I went to school and actually got to do my internships, I was like, oh yeah, this is it. I want to be a media personality. But at the time, I wanted to do like news, hard news. Well, child, when they told me uh, your hair can't be like this. Let's try to lose some of the southern twang. Uh, I just realized it was very volatile. I was like, I didn't really want to do that. But then coming to Atlanta, I learned more about the entertainment reporting, and I love it. So inspired me is just seeing people like from Access Hollywood, Sean Robinson. She's one of the big people I always watched growing up. And like, oh my God, I can't wait till I do that. Oprah Winfrey, okay, because she's the GOAT. Okay, let's be clear. And even Wendy Williams. I love Wendy Williams, despite what people may say about her, which I'm still praying for her healing. She still know how to captivate and get you entertained and things like that. So I've just been inspired by just the multiple people that I watch, and then just my own judge that I feel like the Lord blessed me with. I just feel like it worked out. And then when I came to Atlanta on the faith of a mustard seed, things happened. So I was like, okay, Lord, this is it. All right. So he confirmed it for me. All right. What was the greatest battle you've ever had to overcome? Child, listen, this might be everybody else said, but rejection. Okay, I have to overcome this damn rejection because listen, I mean, I was a very gifted child, was in a talented gifted programs, always had straight A's. Like everything that I set my mind to do, I would do it. I really didn't hear too many no's. My stepdad always makes fun of it because the first time he tried to tell me no, like I had a whole fit. It's like, you can't tell this to me. Like I had a whole meltdown. It was this getting spoiled brat. But I was a sweet spoiled brat. But yeah, so kind of, even though you learn about it, about rejection, I had like a couple sales job and whatever like that. But when you get rejected from something that you feel like is for you, something that you love, and they like, no. Oh my God. And let me tell you, in Atlanta, baby, they hit me with left, no, right, no, up, down, left, all the no's. But what I had to learn is don't stop. You have to keep going. And I learned about tenacity and resilience, which some of those things I did learn within my sorority, the first and the finest, aka the only way. But I learned about that then. But again, that was just in regard to the sorority. But to actually get in, like I'm trying to get on the radio right now. No, I'm trying to move up and do this position. No, like when you know you better than you know you was better than all the other candidates. Like even more recently, I had a position I was offered, then it was taken back, then I tried to give it back. It was just like, so now when I get rejection, I'll be like, okay, Lord, thank you. You just close that window and that door because you got something else for me. Noted. And there's no more questions because, that you're one no away from a yes. And the yes can be for you. And I think a lot of times we want to say yes, 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 yes to stuff. But that no to things has had me to take a better stance about things I want to pursue. If I want things big enough or bad enough, like, I've learned to accept these no's and find a way to facilitate and to understand that my yes is coming. So, but look, I look grown as hell. Calling my mom crying like, oh my God, I told her anything I was good enough. Why you crying, girl? My mama, she's an Aries. Why you crying, girl? Get over there. You all right? I'm not. So I had to get over rejection. Yeah. How did you overcome it? God, and God, just asking Him to remove that spirit of negativity because you did not create me to have a spirit of fear, to not trust that you're gonna work things out for my good. So take away the fear of rejection and help me to understand that is maybe it's a not right now, or maybe it's a no because da 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 da. Help me to remember that you see what's already going on ahead of me before I can even know of. So Lord, you know what's best for me. Help me to receive that and learn that. So it was kind of funny. I prayed about it and then I really got a bunch of no's. Like it was like a season of no's or not yet. It's just not for you because it's something better. But I had a season of those, so it almost forced me to be heavily on my faith. And so now I don't even be tripping like, oh, stop it. I mean, something better is coming. Because guess what? It always do. And what does Randy do for fun? Well, I would tell you, but like, none of your. No. Well, what I used to do for fun, I was a very much into the 420 life, But I did kind of realize that I wanted to switch up that and find other things. As somebody who wants to be a mom one day, I'm like, girl, you just messing up your inside. Girl, you already gonna have a geriatric pregnancy, girl, so just stop smoking weed. But other than doing those, I love spending time with my fur baby, Martini. He's a 13-year-old Cocker Spaniel. I love to be outside, honey, like where there is a section, there's some entertainment, like I get to dress up and be cute. I love it because I love meeting new people. Like I don't meet a stranger. I ain't going just to be cute. I'm just trying to see who we can connect with, have a good time. So I like to do that. I like to spend time with my boyfriend, Shotty Poo. He cool or whatever. And then I like just spending time with my family. Like those are very much of a charge up for me. So talk to my mom on the phone for hours or my brother. All of those things are fun to me, relaxing, and lets me just feel like I'm having a good time. What is a principle you stand on? Several of them. But the biggest principle I stand on is the Kim principle, and that is keep it moving positively and productively. And I think I kind of created that in the midst of my rejections season, and then also working under my mentor. But I'm just like, yeah, like you got to keep it moving, honey. Like things are gonna happen. Things are gonna go good. Things are gonna go bad. But you gotta keep it moving. Like you cannot stay stuck there. And sometimes I feel like as a culture, we get stuck. We get stuck. Like let it go. Move on. But it ain't just moving on, but it's moving on positively, productively, not bringing that energy with you, finding a better outlet, how things are going to work out. Like me having that principle and that mantra to stand on, yo, it has made life for me so much easier. I feel like my perception and view of life is so much more grateful and receiving because it's just like, you know what? If I keep it moving, something else comes right there. You did all this jaw jacking and crying, and your opportunity was right there waiting for you the whole time. So, like again, that's from rejection, me learning that, but just because that's just what life is. Keep it moving positively and productively, darling. And then the last question, actually two more. What advice would you give an aspiring media personality? Um, advice that I would give you, instead of waiting for someone to give you an opportunity, make your opportunity. Instead of waiting for an outlet to be like, hey, we want to hire you, we want to book you, yeah, let's come do. Start your own stuff. Go ahead and buy you a nice little phone and case set from Amazon where you have your stand, you have the clicker, get your phone, and you just pop up at these events and you just do your own media coverage, do your own reviews, do your own recaps on social, maybe through an email blast, and start your brand that way because we're not in a time so much where you have to be a radio personality, you have to be on TV, or you have to be literally working in that field to get the opportunities that you want. We're not there anymore. It's like do it yourself, get you a camera, get you a stand, get you a microphone, and go make it do what it do because when people see you already putting in the work, you already have receipts. It doesn't matter the outlet, but you have receipts, you have continuity, they gonna fool with you. So I kind of wish that's what I wish somebody I would have been that way for myself instead of trying to once I get in the right position. Well, let me get into the door. Now let me work my way up instead of just like getting into it immediately. And actually, we kind of did that with the podcast that I started, Black Educated and Broke. Hashtag, but not for long. We were trying to get on the radio, all of us, me and my coworkers, and they were tripping. I was like, man, let's start our own dang on thing. Sure enough, 5 years later, three of us out of the five of us are all on air. So, but I just started because they were like, oh, you don't have enough small market experience. Oh, enough large market. Like, I'm from Dallas and I'm talented. Like, listen, but they didn't want to hear that. I didn't have receipts. So if you're somebody that wants to be a media personality, get your receipts now, girl. Give it the best or guy. Either or. Go ahead and start recording your own content. Start creating your own flow. It's the best way to get started. And what do you want people to remember you by? Well, besides this amazing personality that you can't get enough of, I want people to remember me by someone who I don't want to just brush past you. I don't want to be like, I want to impact you. So I want to be remembered as somebody that is wanting to be an impactful person. I don't want to just, yeah, if you're going to be in my space, you're going to feel the impact from me because that's what we're here for. We are each, all of us, the answer to someone's prayers, you know? So we need to be more impactful and be more active about it instead of just walking by people all the time, not talking, not seeing how you can be helpful, how they can help you. So remember Randy with the I because she's not a guy that she is a sister, a queen who wants to impact people and not brush past them. Thank you guys for your time. Audi 500.
Okay, to whom it may concern, this is Charmin Lee, and I am leaving this audio on behalf of Randy Okray, who I think is definitely deserving of Media Personality of the Year. She exhibits so much humility. I think when I first met Randy, that was one of the things I liked about her the most. The bubbly personality is one thing, but being able to take a note, take criticism, and do it with out being affected and staying pleasant is amazing. But then to have watched her evolve from assisting me to doing my social media to becoming my brand manager and just excelling even outside of me, but always with the best personality. I watched her do her podcast and hosting events, and she's just unbreakable. I mean, at least that's.